We all have these moments where a good example. I have been doing this work now for, I don't want to give away my age. Actually, I'm proud of my age. I've been doing this work for about almost 30 years now. And there are times when life just sucks. I'm sorry. That's part of my language and my bluntness, but sometimes life is going to throw you a curveball and you're going to be miserable and you're going to be depressed and even though you're doing everything you're supposed to be doing, you're eating right, you're exercising, you're meditating, you're being an activist, you're doing what you can to make the world a better place. You could write off the sacred activist checklist, so to speak, or the light worker checklist, and things might still be crappy in your life. And that's just life. And I don't mean to sound very dismissive, but it happens to everyone. And I think that's the point I'm trying to make. Life happens to everyone. We are not individually, it's not like the world is saying, okay, I'm going to pick on Bernard today and make him lose a lot of money or make him lose his friends or make him lose his job. And it doesn't happen that way. Uh, are we responsible for that? Well, that's a very yes and no answer. Are we responsible for our fate? Are we responsible for our karma? The answer is yes. I do believe that. I do believe we've created our experiences in one form or another. I myself just went through a very uncomfortable situation over the holidays, but within a couple hours, I realized, okay, well, if you don't like this, who's responsible? Are you responsible for sitting in it and being a victim and screaming, poor me, poor me, poor me? Or are we responsible to acknowledge what we are unhappy with and literally take the life bull by the horns and say, I'm going to change it so I don't have to go through this again? And I feel that sometimes these negative events that come back to the most perfect light worker, to the most perfect, metaphysician, sacred activist, whatever terminology we want to use, that sometimes these old things come back up because we need to be reminded of the power that we have. We need to be reminded that we do know how to meditate, that we do know what's best for us, that we do know what a 5D awareness feels like. We know better. And when we aren't knowing better, for lack of a better term, when we're not living in accordance with that which we know, life is going to kick us in the butt and say, hey, you know better than this. You know better than this. So it's kind of a self fulfilling prophecy of a lesson that we need to remember that we already have the answer to. So for those of you that, have been doing this for years, know the work, have the tools, when life kicks you in the butt, that's the time to go into your tool bag. That's the time to pray. I mean, I pray. I know that's a very bad word to some people. When I get down in the dumps, I pray. I ask for outside assistance, whether I'm praying to my higher self, whether I'm praying to God, Goddess, Source, Buddha, whoever it is. I sometimes I need that extra, you know, push. Some people pray, some people meditate, some people go to a psychologist, whatever it is, but you have to take action. You have to take action. You know what you need to do. Life is going to kick you in the butt. Go in your tool bag and use the tools. Use the tools.